diddly ho, wasteland neighborinos, and let's jump right into our let's build at Tenpines Bluff, 99% mod free. Okay, so in the previous episode we started making our little sidewalk here. I never did put in something to make me be able to fly high, but anyway, we started putting in our little makeshift wood sidewalk. Got some layouts for a couple of buildings, a little, I don't know, shanty guard tower here. And this is going to be some sort of business. I got another walkway going up that way, and we're coming underneath our bridge here and headed down this way. And as I said in the previous videos, we're going to leave just basically the garden here. The only thing that's really exposed. Everywhere else I want to try to fill in with as much stuff, buildings, whatever, as possible. So that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, let's get ourselves up and running here. We are going to use, oh, I don't know, let's go into scaffolding flooring. And some hunky chunky stuffs here if we can get them to snap, which of course they won't snap to each other, but you should be snapping to this guy. That's your friend there. Or not. Oh no, that's yeah, totally different flooring. Once again, it doesn't want to snap. Alright, so we're gonna have to, just for this one section, just because I don't feel like dealing with it, we're gonna go back to some regular wood floors. When, yeah, something like that, I think. Alright, let's put you there, and give you a little friend there, and a little guy right there. Much better. Now they meet up to each other, they kind of do their own little thing here. And now we're going to have to put in a set of stairs. Too tall. Oh, that's right, you don't snap to that. Sure. You're not going to snap to... You don't snap to any bottoms either? What the fudge? Alright. This is quite the predicament. Let's check these guys. I know they just want to do the same thing, only tops. Really, Bugthesda? What the heck is wrong with you, man? Why would you design that? Like, that just seems like such a missed opportunity to do something like that. Alright. So once again, we're hindered by levels. So, let's see. How do I want to proceed here? We do have to actually kind of get kind of high up now that I'm thinking about it. So let's put this in place for the moment. Let's get ourselves a floor. Like so. And then we can kind of play around from there. This might actually end up working. It's going to be a little too far away from the fence, though. I do have another idea, though, but for now, we're going to kind of muck around with this guy. Let's see. Do need to leave, like, some... Oof, it's crooked, too. Alright, we might just have to wang this, because that's going to be a bit on the crooked side, and... how does that look? Okay, so let's get... Oh, you're connecting to that guy, okay. Well, let's play around with this for the moment. Put another one of these in here. I don't know what all that glitching is all about. It's getting on my nerves, for sure. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a slant here. So we're gonna... Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say we're gonna pick this all up in one shot and go from there. But can't do that because these are connected and will without a doubt throw it off. So we'll have to make some minor adjustments here and there. That's really, really off. Why does that tilt so much? Is that just because these fences are kind of wonky, I guess? Oh, yeah, because that one kind of leans in. Alrighty. So, let's come back here and go off of these two guys, because they're more in line with one another. There we go. Twerk it. Like so. And let's see, how does that look? That looks like it might be straight enough. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. Man, that glitching is annoying. And we'll put, you know what? Let's put a whole regular floor in there. Let's see, how did we do? Yeah, it's not too bad. Bump into each other just a little, so we can just kind of give it a little love tappy. Do the same thing with that, and kind of scooch all these over just a smidgen. Alright, and then we can put in some stairs here. Not quite what I had in mind. I mean, I could always raise this guy up, actually. It's actually not too bad. Now we're getting multiple levels here. What is the point of going down here? Why would you need to go down like that? Let's see what happens if we bring these up. I kind of like the look of that better. Okay. So, we're going to raise the roof. Or in this case, the floor. And that little step up I'm going to leave, I think. And we don't need stairs. Right. Let's see. So we're going to put in maybe stairs here, though. Turn off our snapping. There we go. And kind of wang this. If you're not familiar, I'm just saying wing it. I'm not actually going to be pulling out any body parts. Get your mind out of the gutter, people. Alright. How does that look? That looks crooked as F. Let's do that. Alright, so that gives us another level up there. Which, I probably might leave... Well, actually, no, that would be kind of cool. We can build ourselves a platform that goes up into this guy here. And let's throw in... I don't know. We're going to cover that, and that's going to give us some problems. So... we might have to skip that spot and work around it. Hey, I missed one. 2. Nice. 3 cinder blocks. Glitching is really getting annoying. So we'll probably just create this as some sort of walkway and have that come out this way and then put some more buildings over here. So we're going to leave that space abandoned for now. What the heck are you doing? You're not even close to the plants there, bub.
Sure.
Weirdo. Okay. Anyway. I think we're going to continue on this way then. And let's see. Actually, this would be a good opportunity to use some stairs. Go down like so. And then that'll give us another level down here, which of course, these stairs don't connect to each other, so we might have to use a different, which, yeah, that's not going to work either. Oh, man. All these problems. Alright, let's see. What else can we do here? Oops, that's not what I want. So, let's see. Of course, you're not going to connect to anything. But we're going to take you just above ground level, like so. And then try to straighten you out a little bit. Of course, got to get rid of that. And that. In the and let's see. No, we don't want the upper floor. There we go. And we'll throw one of these in here. And maybe we'll go back to this one, but we'll rotate it. Cool. That's giving us a bit of a walkway. Now, the one downside here is the gate is going to be kind of glitchy into the floors here, so maybe we can turn it around that way. Whoops, a doodle. We don't want to do that. And make it look a little better. We can actually probably raise this up too. Okay, maybe not that much. There we go. So, yeah, our gate's going to open inward now. And there we go. So now we're going to take these steps out, and we're going to go with these guys. Like so. I think. For now, it's fine. And... actually, you know what? Let's take that bad boy out. Let's put this guy here. Okay, I'm liking that better. Then we can get that in there. Bro. Let's see how we do it. Hey, that's not too bad. Okay. So we can come on down this way. Got some steps. You walk on dirt for a few seconds. Who really cares? I mean, you got dirt and leaves on everything. So we're not going to need this guy. But we will take this opportunity to do a new survey. And let's ditch that for now. And we got this whole big open area here to go nuts with. And this is actually what kind of gave me the idea to make the wooden walkway. These pieces were just sitting here. And I was like, oh, that looks kind of cool. So we're kind of mimicking that. And I actually might take these and use them and put them on top of some random places as we zip along here. Okay. Now, I know you're probably like, why aren't you making the building there? Well, yeah, I'll be getting to that kind of stuff. I like to kind of plan out almost my entire thing sometimes, and then I'll go back to that at some point. I like to dance around a little. That's just the way my brain works. Okay, so we kind of need to leave that open. And yeah, already I'm not liking the way this is looking because of how crooked this is. So let's take that out. Let's eyeball this. Now again, if you're like, hey, you're using mods, man. Yes, I'm only using the types of mods that would allow me to do the things that you would normally be able to do in an odd modded game. So something like this, for example, you can do by cheating with the post and mat glitch. If you don't know what they are, I'm not going to hold your hand. You're going to have to go look that up yourself. But it basically allows you to place things anywhere. So that's why I'm using the ability to place anywhere to my own discretion here. And if you don't like it, then let me apologize. Not really. We are going to actually be using some roof pieces as floor pieces at some point too. Do we have one that's shaped just right? Yeah, see, everything's like the opposite of what I want. I want that cutout corner to be this little corner here that's facing us right now. Kind of like that. That's kind of neat. But so we're just going to have to use some regular floor pieces. I wonder if... no, let's go to... Let's see. Okay, so that does work there. So let's put in one of these guys. So I've got to kind of leave this space open. As you see here, we have these spaces for the NPCs to do their own thing here. So I don't want to mess with any of that, because I want them to still be able to come over here and do that. And yes, see, I just accidentally picked that up. So we're going to move that for the moment. And see here, he's going to be sitting like right where I want to put my path. And unfortunately, I cannot move that. I mean, I can't even see it other than it being here. And it's kind of a pickle there. How are we going to do this? I want to be able to make this seem like you can actually come over here and use this. Maybe we'll do something like so. Not like that. There we go. Let's turn that off. And put something like this in place, maybe. Oh, well, let's line it up, of course. Okay. How does that look? Not too bad. And you can kind of come over this way, and we'll make another walkway that way, and then we'll put some buildings right behind that and leave this little section open. We'll turn this into some sort of maybe communal hangout spot thing or something. I don't know. Alright, first things first. That's bugging me. Okay. Now we'll boop that down so they're even. Even Steven. Take this opportunity to save. Excelente. Oh, there's my dude there. Hit the button too fast. Okay. Give me 1 second here. There we go. I don't know. My phone was acting up. Okay. How are we looking? Not bad. Alright, so we have that sit on the ground here, sit on the ground there. Cool. And one there. We just gotta make sure that we don't block them off. So let's go over to here. And what do we have for floors here? Oh, basically the same exact thing. Just slightly different textures. So let's go ahead. Ooh, I like that one. Really? They're not going to snap to each other? Do I have that turned off like a dummy? I do. Never mind. I'm going to say these are like the same exact things. Why wouldn't they? Yeah. Oof, so close. Put that guy in there. Now let's just do something like this for now. Just to try and tie these together. And yeah, we're going to end up with a little bit of something like that, but that's not the end of the world. So this kind of gives us a little bit of a layout as well. We might end up just doing stairs the whole way through here, which is fine. I don't really care. And neither should you. Okay, so yeah, that does kind of work. So let's take that out. And let's get ourselves like an actual foundation here. So we're going to build a house here. Now, do we want a full-on brick foundation? You know what? We're going to go for it. I don't use this very often, so we're going to go ahead and plop it on in here. And let's see, we can come back. Do I have a half version of that? I don't think I do. I do not. But that does give me a fun idea. Hang on a second. Get that out of there. Let's put this in place. Now let's see, how close does that get us? Ooh! We're hitting the wall. Oh, we're glitching. Okay. I was going to turn this into a porch, but this is going to kind of be a little too far back, and I don't think I can adjust my wall. No, I cannot. Alright. Never mind. Alright. Back in place, buddies. Okay. Now, let's see. What do we have for... Oops, walls here. Let's see, there's a door. Really? It's not over here? Probably because this is in the way, so let's do that. Alright. Put that there. And let's see, there's nobody sitting here. We might be able to still kind of do that. We'll have to move our fireplace. Maybe we'll go ahead and do that. Let's see. Got one guy that sits here, there, around there. Nothing. Ooh, that's kind of close. That should be enough. Okay. That works. And I'll take that guy out. And we're going to do some funky glitching here. The funky chicken glitching. Or not. Do it. No, it's actually... There we go. Let's do that. Now that is kind of bugging me that they're not all the same way. There we go. Now we've got a walkway to here. We got ourselves our little porch that I wanted. Fantastical. Now we've got all this space here. We got to do something fun with that. And this guy's porch is kind of in the way. Yeah, I'm kind of mucked things up a little bit because of the spacing. We could probably move everything over by one. I do it this way. Do that. That there. That. Do something like this. Then we can actually leave that, yeah, where it is. That one there. That there. That. Oh, fudge. That's really annoying that it does that. It won't snap because these floors are in the way. Okay. Now we've got some space to... Whoops, a doodle. Almost ejected myself to get on over here without too much interruption and without going onto this dude's porch. And we already got that going on over here. We don't want to inconvenience everybody. Okay. So I gotta remember I gotta stay out of that. But now, grab that dude. Do something like that. Perfect. Love it. Now that gives us the ability to come over here. And we'll build... What are we gonna build? Let's stick with these guys. I like these guys. They're pretty neat looking. That's his little bridge to get to his doorway for his house. And he's gonna have... This little piggy's got a metal house. And that's not gonna line up. Of course it's not. Let's see. Floors. Need... We're gonna do this. Let's see. Put that like that. They're gonna be touching though. Unless build this house this way. You can come on over here, and then his front door. Nope, not that. Over here. There we go. Right there. I think. Yeah. We just gotta make that work. Okay, what do we do? Let's see. Because I kind of want it to be centered here. I think this will work. Alright. So, let's get a floor piece. Let's get good old shack floor. Yeah, that doer there. But we want it to be centered. That's not gonna be easy. Alright, we might have to put it off to a side. And, oh, yeah, that's gonna give us almost no room here. So, we're gonna have to make this a short shack. That's fine. So let's go back to here and floor, and we're going to do that. And we'll plop that around so they're at least facing the same way. That has some sort of rhyme or reason, I suppose. Okay, whoops, back to here, and yeah, the door, unfortunately, oh, for crying out loud, it's not going to be centered. We're going to put that there, and we're actually going to get rid of those two and put in a full piece. Like so. Okay. So now they've got a little porch too. We'll put some supports underneath there. And this is going to be a really awkward short house. Actually, you know what? We could do that too. Let's get another one of these bad mamma jammas. There we go. Boom! Now we've got some more room. We just have to come in here and come over there and then down this way and then down that way. Excelente. Now you're probably saying, why don't you do the whole house? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So right now I'm just trying to lay out plans. But at least that guy I think I might just do. Since we're here. And I kind of want to see how this is going to turn out. So we're going to use... no, not that. Oops. Go back this way. Go back into... yeah, warehouse. I want to see if I can do a half-wall glitch thing here. Using one of these guys. Get it to... no, of course it's not big enough anyway. That's fine. Alright. We are going to put... there we go. Some other walls in here. We're going to put that dude there. And... a whole wall here. And that dude there. And you know what? Oh, those are shorter. I forgot about that. This can be a predicament, y'all. Let's go ahead and put that in place. And that in place. Now we gotta figure out how to do those guys. Is that gonna work? No, that covers half the door. Because I was thinking of using the half walls, the half wooden walls, but they're short, as we'll see. I try to put one in place here. Yeah, see, they're short, so we might have to do a little cheating and glitch two of these on top of each other, like so, like that. Which Which, again, that's something you can do with the whole mod, or no, I'm sorry, not mod, non-modded glitching, etc. So we'll put that guy there. What else we got? We'll just do two on top of each other like I did over there. And whatever. There we go. Now we've got a layout for our house. Now, let's see if we can have some fun with the roof here. We want something like this, and I want to actually come out to here. So we're gonna come back to the warehouse. We're gonna build a temporary wall here, and let's see if this works. Actually, you know what? We have the roofs from here. Maybe we could use this. That's gonna be too tall. And let's see how the flat one looks. Maybe. We're going to end up with like some sections overlapping. I kind of like the look of these. Let me see if they're actually going to snap to it. Let's take that guy out for now. And no, it's not. Of course it's not. Darn you, Bethesda. Well, we're going to replace it, I guess. Then we're going to get rid of that wall. And we're going to put this one back in place. Back in place. There we go. So yeah, we're going to end up with two of these guys like overlapping each other just to kind of create this whole porch effect. Like that. Which is pretty neat. So again, this is something you'd be able to do with the posts and the mats and all that kind of stuff, so really wish these things would just like snap evenly with each other. What do we got? Do we have any short? We don't. Let's see. Oh wait, that one's got that stupid indent. I hate that. Why would you build a roof shaped like that? Alright, so we're back to these guys here. Alright, we might have to abandon this idea and just kind of go with what I was going with before, just to make things snap and be a little easier, because now we're also going to end up with this section here in the middle that's just, yeah, going to be like that. Alright, we're going to get rid of these dudes, and we're just going to go with the traditional warehouse businesses. Yeah, these dudes here. So, let's put a wall back up like we had before. And let's see if we can make this happen. There we go. And then, gonna do just like that. So, they're going to be fighting. So, we'll just do that. And put that in place. And you're like, well, what about that section? Well, do the same thing here. We can get it to cooperate, which of course it doesn't really want to, so we're just gonna replace it like so. We can get rid of that dude. And yeah, that's gonna look a little weird. Maybe they're overlapping like that. But that's okay. Once again, I don't care, and neither should you. Actually, no, that looks fine. That looks fine. Sweet. Okay. So, let's go ahead and save. Nice. So this dude's got his own little, I don't know, balcony sort of porch thing going on here. And let's put, yeah, we need some supports. Let's do something like so. And then put some wood ones here. So, nice. Love it. And of course, we gotta close this off because safety first. What do we have? Is that under miscellaneous too? Do we have them? We have outhouses. Not quite what I'm looking for. I guess there is no railings in that one. Metal walls. I still feel like I'm missing things. Got these guys here. Of course, they won't snap. That just bugs me so much that Bethesda did that. Made it so that, like, these things just don't cooperate with one. Like, you didn't think people would want to, like, mix and match and stuff? Like, come on, what's wrong with you? Get back in there. Let's do something like that. There we go. This dude just got whatever he could find and threw it all in there. So now we've got ourselves a nice little shack. Let's check it out. Come on in here. We got a little section over here. Probably have to fix that a little bit. Or we could leave it, because then that would explain how the leaves get in here. So we're just going to leave that. Got some holes here. Maybe we'll cover that up with a painting or something. Nice. And come on over here. And we're going to close that off. So maybe we'll actually change this to a 1 square. Keep these separate, so this guy's got his own thing here. Let's check that out real quick. Let's see how that look if we do that. Or we could do that. Actually, I like that better. You can come on over here and... They're not touching. These guys aren't touching. We might put another section right in here too, I think. That looks kind of weird, I think. So, actually, let's come back in here. Let's go get a regular little square. Perfect. And then, let's see. Actually, we're going to change that. We're going to put that there. And then we'll put another one here. Lead over to that way. And then maybe we'll just stick like some railings up here. And over here on the side as well. To kind of close that off a little bit. Let's play around with that real quick. Let's put in that guy right there. Boom, just like that. And give me a little friend right there. Yeah, that's pretty neat. A little awkward, but it's fine. And you still got the little camping area here where the dudes can come and have some fun. And you know what, let's close off his railings too. Let's give him all the same. Stick that there. Just to help out a little bit here. Just so we can visualize what we got going on. Then I think, yeah, we'll close off at least this side. So that people don't fall. And here, they can just step right down and sit around the campfire that is not lit, which makes no sense, but that's the way it works. Okay, since we're here real fast, we'll just kind of square off this building. Let's give it some windows here so they don't have to look at each other. Give them some privacy there. Yeah, we'll close that off. And then we'll put windows in the back. Which isn't really safe, because people can see where you are and whatnot, but that's fine, who cares? Okay. Oh yeah, these are metal. Forgot about that. But, because of the size of this, we're going to have to go boring. Where are we? These closed off. Ooh, they are. Sweet. So we're going to do... We have one that's... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Whoops. Do that. Take that out. Do that. There we go. Now we're not so boring. Excellent. Alrighty. We have some progress here. We are working our way forwards. I know. I didn't do the store here, but that's okay. Well, maybe next video. I still got to do all this section up here. Got to connect these, so on and so forth. But hey, we're starting to get the semblance of some sort of town. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on so far. There we go. Look at this. We actually got a whole little grid thing going on. It's actually starting to pull together quite nicely. Got some holes there, but that's okay. This is supposed to look like crap. That is the post-apocalyptic wasteland, after all. Okay. That is going to do it, folks. I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, don't get irradiated.